Greetings and welcome back to part 2 of the 1930s Craftsman bandsaw rebuild. I'm really getting excited about it. Basically what we're going to do today is put together all the pieces and see if this thing will work. The only thing I like restoring is the motor, and then I'm going to put like a 2-speed pulley setup on it, and I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to do that just yet, but we'll get it working as a woodworking bandsaw, but it'll probably be a metalworking and woodworking bandsaw eventually. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, I re-spliced these bandsaw wheels. They were loose on the wheel and they walked around. I don't know if I'll end up gluing them or not. I suspect they were purchased for a 12-inch bandsaw, but unlike other 12-inch bandsaws, these are actually 12-inch wheels. I know that sounds crazy, but I think most bandsaws, including my other one, are 11.5-inch wheels to get a full 12-inch depth of cut on the bandsaw. That's my suspicion anyway. But the first thing we're going to do is crown these polyurethane tires, and it's kind of a shaky procedure. I don't know if it's going to work, but if it doesn't work, I'll order new tires and we'll try another way. But I definitely want a crown on them. It'll make the blade track better. Okay, is this going to work? I suspect it will. Well, this looks a little bit shaky. Let's lock everything down except well, that's working, not incredibly well. Apparently polyurethane is hard to cut, but it is working. Okay. Okay, I don't recommend doing bandsaw wheels like that. They make these polyurethane bandsaw wheels crowned or flat, depending on what kind of bandsaw you have. Some of the bandsaws have metal wheels with a built-in crown, and when you put the tire on it, it assumes that crown. But this one has flat bandsaw wheels, and flat will work, but the tracking issues on a flat wheel are much more severe. So let's see. Putting these spacers on here. These are not original, but they probably need to be there. I don't know what was there originally. I like it. Okay. I'll probably cut this pin off. I don't see any reason for it to be that long. Can't remember which way this wheel goes on now. Right. Lines up with the bottom wheel, so we're good. Okay, I've got these little blade guide pins. I don't know if I'm going to maybe replace those. I think modern day pins, and I could be wrong, but I think they're actually graphite impregnated. So the blade slides on them, and these feel like they're hardened steel. You can go into either one of these positions. Right now it's in the back position, and this screw goes all the way through the first position and into the second and holds the pin. Now, I guess we could probably put the blade on there, so I think I'll do that now. We can see a little bit better what's going on without the doors on there. I got a feeling that blade is actually too long for this bandsaw. And the reason I think that is because these pins right here, these guide pins, are most of the way up. I mean, they got about that much in the casting, and then there's a hole right here about 1/2 inch deep. So the door still closes though, although it has to lift up a little bit to clear the wheel. So I'm guessing maybe 1 inch or 2 shorter might be better. But it'll work like that. Everything appears to be working good. For now, I'm going to use this little plastic blade guide, I think. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's original or not. It did say that there was a dowel here to begin with in the original blade guide, from what I found on the internet. But this is plastic, so this is no doubt not original. But as soon as I figure out what original is, if any of your viewers out there know what original is, drop me a message. Put it in the comments. I like simple, and if it works, that's great. There's a little indicator needle for the trunnion, for the table angle. Okay, table is the next thing, I think. Looking good. Pretty smooth, huh? I like it. Let's break this thing in. Here's some 3/4 inch. Three-quarter inch plywood. Two by four. Well, that about wraps it up for this week. Join me next week and I'll try that lettering again. Hopefully I won't mess it up. I will also refurbish this motor here. Basically just clean it up. It's a good motor. And we're gonna try to put a slowdown on it. And I don't know if I'll get to the slowdown next week. I've got parts ordered to do that. It's a fairly drastic slowdown. I think it's like 50-to-1 slowdown. But I got a plan. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Be sure and subscribe and ring that bell.